Surprising plastic-containing products. Introduction. The following slides will illustrate some examples of consumer products that contain plastics, some of which even use biodegradable resources, but with the incorporation of plastics, they lose their sustainability. First example. Chewing gum. Chewing gum used to comprise of natural biodegradable plants, grasses, or resins, but due to the increased focus on company profits, it became more economical to use synthetic ingredients, such as plastics. The plastics vary from polyethylene, the same plastic used in the production of plastic bottles, plastic bags, and used to seal tea bags. Polyisobutylene, a type of rubber commonly used to make the inner types of tires, and polyvinyl acetate, the resource used in the production of glue. Many of the UK chewing gum brands use this as their gum-based material. The modern-day chewing gum is non-digestible and water-insoluble, meaning it won't decompose internally or externally outside the body, which means if it's bad for us, it's definitely bad for the environment. Even plastic-free chewing gum, stated plastic-free chewing gum, isn't 100% sustainable, as the packaging it contains still contains the plastic, like normal chewing gum. Clothing. Clothing has two main issues surrounding it. The first is most clothing items contain plastics, and the second one is that clothing pollutes waterways with microplastics. All man-made fibres, such as microfiber, fleeces, polyester, acrylic, and nylon products, all derive from plastics. Within the UK, it's estimated that 2/3 of the clothing is generated from plastics. These plastics are not only harmful for the environment, as they are, but also the microplastics they break down to become. These microplastics are released into the water systems through the breakdown of disposed clothing at landfill sites and through the washing of clothes in the machine. The fabric inevitably sheds in the washing machine and the contents are drained away, eventually depositing into the oceans. These microplastics are problematic for the food chain as they are ingested by small organisms, and then those organisms are consumed by larger predators, and up the food chain it goes until the top consumer at the highest trophic level has the greatest abundance of plastic contained within them. Disposable coffee cups. Disposable coffee cups are laced with plastic, typically polyethylene, to provide the cup with strength, prevent breaks and leakages, and to ensure the liquid doesn't get absorbed into the paper. However, the use of this plastic and the mixture of the paper and plastic means that the cups can only be recycled at specialist treatment facilities. The combination of two different product types makes it difficult, especially with the use of plastic. And making recycling harder means that more of these cups will end up on landfill to slowly degrade into microplastics, and less than 0.25% of disposable coffee cups are recycled within the UK, and over 500,000 of these end up as litter. Glitter. Glitter is already considered a microplastic due to its size of 5 millimeters, of less than 5 millimeters. It's mostly made from etched aluminium bonded to polyethylene terephthalate, PET for short. Because it's a microplastic, it's harmful for aquatic life more specifically, as the washed glitter that's put down drains and stuff can bypass sewage filters, and it can still manage to get into the seas and harm organisms that way. Microplastics, once ingested, they can starve organisms of vital nutrients they need to survive and reproduce, and it can also change chemicals within the organisms which inhibit or interfere with their natural breeding habits. Besides this, collective consumption of plastics can cause bloating in organisms, which is especially bad for seabirds, depending on buoyancy and their ability to fly. So with the more plastic they consume, it weighs them down and it prevents them from being able to move or function normally. Tea bags. In the UK, 165 million cups of tea are consumed daily. This is an issue due to tea bags containing polyethylene, a plastic incapable of breaking down in compost heaps, and heat-resistant polypropylene, which is the plastic net holding the tea within the tea bag. These plastic materials equate to 30% of the overall product type. And even though the other 70% consists of biodegradable resources, it still contains plastics, so it's still not sustainable. Foiled packaging. Foiled packaging is less metal foil and more metallized plastic film. An example of foil packaging is Walker's crisp packets. And these are bad because the company produces 7,000 non-recyclable crisp packets every minute. And again, the material is not only non-biodegradable, but it also is not suitable for the recycling facilities because the foil is too thin and can cause jamming in the recycling machinery. Cigarette butts. Cigarette butts are the greatest form of litter. It's estimated that 4.5 trillion cigarette butts are littered globally each year. They contain cellulose acetate, a similar plastic to that found in sunglasses and photographic film. And again, they're not biodegradable, they harm the environment, they break down into microplastics. Disposable wipes. Disposable multi-purpose wet wipes are suitable for cleaning, removing makeup, changing nappies, etc. It's great for consumer convenience, but it's detrimental to the environment. First of all, wet wipes comprise of cotton and polyester, which has been weaved together, which provides the plastic, which is the polyester, provides the wipes with more strength and durability, but again, it means it can't break down. Or if it does break down, it's into microplastics. And secondly, the flushing of these wet wipes pollutes and drains sewage systems. And within the UK, it's estimated that wet wipes account for 93% of the materials causing sewage blockages. And here are my sources.